Time for a little morning walk and rant. Let's go. One of the few issues of running my own club is I have nothing I really need to do until like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. So the last week I've been trying to make myself get up and I go on a walk and I play a little Pokemon Emerald while I go, which is fun. Well, I've been on my walk now for about 40 minutes. And I can say my thoughts on what I wanted to talk about today are actually muddier than when I started. But I think most of that is because I've just been walking and playing instead of actually trying to think about what I want to say, which is not very beneficial. What I wanted to talk about today was this hat and the pole vault club and just how much enjoyment I've had in running the club this year. It's really loud bird. Anyway, kind of what I wanted to talk about was how nowadays when I leave home without this hat on or without an off-the-grid shirt on, I feel like I'm almost out of uniform. Which is so funny because I mean for 4 years at Texas that's how I felt about not wearing a UT shirt or a UT hat or UT shoes or my UT backpack. I had the same amount of pride in that gear and taking care of that gear that I do now in my own club stuff. Now, I've wrecked this hat pretty bad already, just in the like 4 months I've been wearing it. But it's because this is what I wear almost every single day now. It's the first thing I pick up when I'm leaving the house. It's the thing I check at every practice the whole time. I'm sitting there, I'm always constantly moving my hat around, I'm turning around because it's in the way, and I'm just like constantly fidgeting with it, which is kind of cool. Like, yeah, I don't know. And then as much pride as this brings me, and like the fact that I got to create my own design, and then I now have all this gear that my kids get to wear everywhere, I'm really kind of surprised. I'm very proud of what my athletes have done this year. Like, competing wise, emotionally wise, it's just, they've done a very good job this year of growing up and starting to act like real athletes. I mean, at the beginning of this season, I mean, in August, really, I was hesitant, to say the least, about this year. I mean, I had a lot of good athletes that were planning to come to train at the facility for the season, but a lot of them had what I would say is like mental commitment issues to the vault. Of like either they were scared to plan every time, or they couldn't decide if they actually wanted the pole vault, or they were just having an emotional breakdown about going on a certain pole and trying to jump a certain bar. And I feel like everyone has kind of broken through whatever the thing is they were working on this year, which is really, really cool. I mean, that doesn't happen very often in pole vault. I mean, everybody improving. I mean, I've been at a lot of places. I've been at a lot of clubs where that doesn't happen. I know I have a very small amount of kids, but like I feel like all of my kids did very well. I mean, on average, I think we're talking like 1.5 feet of PRs. Some of them PR'd by like 3 feet this year, and that's just crazy to me. That really is, because I mean, I myself have not PR'd in 5 years. 4 years, I don't know, whatever. But like, getting to help them, I get a little bit, tiny amount of bit of the dopamine that I would get PRing myself from helping them, which is really rewarding, number one. And number two, it's very cool to see. Like, I mean, I've got several kids that are probably going to go to college to vault this year. And I mean, they're not going to Division I universities, but one of them could, and I mean, I don't really care about that, but it's just cool to get to see them enjoying pole vault and wanting to continue, because there's so many high school athletes that just like, they like pole vault and it's fine, but as soon as they go to college, it's like, that's it, I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore. I'm gonna find something more fun to do. I'm gonna do something better with my time. I'm gonna improve with some other skill. I'm gonna go to class or something boring like that. But it's really cool just to see that my kind of passion for this sport has rubbed off on them. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, with some of them, it's rubbed off a lot, and they're probably full-blown addicted to this sport at this point, which isn't super great. I mean, you end up like me if you just only think about pole vault all day, but it's still cool. But anyway, this whole thought just came about this morning because I went to leave him on walk, and I was going to walk with no hat on, and as soon as I walked out the door, it just felt wrong to not have my off-the-grid stuff on, which is super cool. I've never really had something that I could just like wear and it tells pretty much everything you need to know about me in one instant, other than my UT stuff. And like that didn't exactly tell everything because I'm a goober and I like play video games and all this other stuff. But like this, making my own design, it's off the grid, we're out in the middle of freaking nowhere, it's pole vault, it's my life. And as much as I never thought I would be coaching, I've had a lot of fun these last 2 years so far. And I hope that for the next 2 years we get to have more fun. And we'll see if I renew the LLC after that. Or not. And we just put in a uniform order. Like, we're gonna get actual off-the-grid uniforms instead of everybody's having to wear a t-shirt all the time, which I like t-shirt. I like vaulting a t-shirt. But for the kids, like, this is gonna be so cool. We could actually have a uniform. Like, I never had a uniform during summer vault. I always just wore whatever meet we were at. I was like, I'll just wear this shirt because that's my uniform. But like now, I get to wear a uniform. The kids are gonna get a uniform. It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, that's my little digicam video for the day. I just wanted to talk about kind of what I've been thinking about recently and rant while I walked. But you know, like the rant didn't happen while I walked, you know what I mean. Anyway, I got 5 hours to blow off until all the kids get out of school and are ready to train, so gotta find something else to do now. Anyway, bye!